Hey guys, it's Nancy.Yang again here at Remax Results, and we're actually standing in front of my listing here in Roseville, and I'd love to just kind of walk you through what happened in this process and why this listing here sold. We actually looked at the marketplace, so I walked through what homes had been selling for last fall in 2020. And we contemplated, hey, is it the right time? Sure, we don't want to have, we'd like to not have to continue to pay mortgage payments on it. However, we were thinking about, should we wait or what have you, right? What we ended up doing was, again, we took a look at the market in fall, winterish of 2020, decided probably best for us to wait in spring and to sell spring of 2021, right? So we did several things. The sellers, of course, did a lot of the hard work. Of course, they cleaned their property, decluttered, moved a ton of stuff. And at the very end, we decided that we did want to really neutralize the home and freshly painted. We ended up using a useful gray by, the color is actually called useful gray by Sherwin-Williams. And so they went through and painted several of the rooms that definitely needed the paint. And we also replaced all the flooring in the upper level because there was a lot of high traffic. And we wanted to make sure that it would appeal to every single buyer walking through the home. And come on in, guys. Let me show you. Give you guys an idea of what we ended up doing. Okay. Come on in, guys, and let me show you why the sellers decided to do what they did in order to make this home sell quickly. So as you can take a look around, we had our wonderful stager, Michelle from Heartfelt Designs, came in and really spruced up the space, of course. They've got some modern furniture. I personally actually am a big, huge fan of the glass in coffee tables. It's very modern and everything matches. We ended up also replacing the flooring. They did have, a wonderful pet that they've had for several years in the home, and they just wanted to make sure that the home was going to be, that was going to feel like something you can move right into without having to do repairs. Aside from that, we're also located on a slightly busier road than most. And we're also in one of the most popular suburbs of the Twin Cities, actually in Roseville. And the home also is in the Mountain View School District, and those are all definitely big pluses. But it was nice to have, a home that's been freshly painted. We previously had a blue living room, actually. However, definitely again, we wanted to make sure that a buyer could feel like, hey, I don't need to spend, a couple $1,000s repainting this home. I could just move right in. So the staging, the flooring. So the staging and the flooring, in addition to the fresh paint, is really what we needed to make this home pop. All right, guys, many times I get asked, how much is staging? Like, what is that going to cost me essentially, right? And how does it impact my bottom line? And, I work very hard to make sure that I find the best companies that I would refer to you as a client. And I have seen staging costs upwards of $3,000 to $4,000, especially in some higher end homes. However, staging in a home like this typically was under $2,000, probably around 1,500 or so. Which includes the rental of all the furniture for about 3 months. And it really actually what I would say is that it's hard to say, can I quantify the amount? Is this 2,000 I'm spending going to make me 4,000, right? But what I would tell you is that it does help the home sell that much faster. When I'm going out and looking at homes, let's say I'm looking at 6 homes with a buyer, and 4 of the homes are kind of like, they're cleaned up, but they're maybe mediocre in terms of the buyer's eyes. But when they come to a home that's like, freshly, everything has been done, it's fully staged so they can really see themselves living here, that's going to give them that extra push to say, I want to buy this home and I want to make an offer on this property today. And you guys can take a look at how much the staging in this home, in the dining room and even in the kitchen, really just livens it up and it makes it feel like it could be home. So guys, these are again some of the reasons why I feel like this home sold quickly. One, we priced the home appropriately. Two, the seller did take in to account my recommendations. And three, of course, they worked very, very hard. I mean, and honestly, a motivated home seller could see themselves, with a completed home and their home on the market within about 40 days, kind of a 40-day average. Like kind of once you've decided to make that decision, yes, this is the move that I'm going to be doing. And again, it's really important, guys, to work directly with your agent to get some suggestions on what you can get away with, what maybe should be done to just make the whole home selling process so much simpler and more seamless for you, okay? So again, some of the suggestions were, of course, just decluttering, replacing flooring, and sometimes, when we don't have those those kind of larger repair items in our budget, it's also just important to have the home extremely super duper clean and just decluttered so that someone can walk in and imagine themselves living here in the home. The staging, of course, was really just the icing on the cake for someone to come in and really just see a home that's so well put together and they can imagine themselves living right here.